Let's talk about how to write a follow-up text message and make it effective. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So today I want to talk to you about how to make a text message feel really personal. And we're going to do this by a certain amount of tactics and strategies that I think you're going to appreciate. I'm also going to give you a real life case study and show you how I used 4 variables in one text and how they all tied together to make a very personal reach out and touch. I like to use the example about sending out contracts because I do this all the time. Sometimes we go through the courthouse and we run all these property owners, find out what they own, and then we start running all these lists through all these filters. Sometimes only like 50 or 100 names drop into the bucket because we put on so many filters that out of 1,700,000 people in our town, and I don't know how many houses, only 50 to 100 houses fell out into the bucket after sifting through all this criteria. You know, we do things like only look for people that are behind in taxes, that live out of state, that yada, 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 that yada, 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 that yada, yada, yada. And there's a lot of filters. So when we have a really small amount of people from a lot of filters, we like to really hit them hard and follow up and follow up and follow up. One of the things we do like to do is just get on the tax records, write a contract, a real contract to purchase their property, their vacant property or their rundown property or their property that's behind in taxes. We write a contract for 65% of whatever this county said the tax assessment was. But we also have some time in there, due diligence time, that if they sign the contract and send it back, we have X amount of days to see if that price is good or we need to change that price. So let's say we've done that and we've got 100 property owners' names and addresses in a bucket. I'll send them all those contracts and I'll send them out on a day and I'll make note of it. You know, let's say I send them out on Friday. It's important because if anyone wants to check, I'm going to use this date and time in a specific way and they'll be able to see that it was in fact mailed on Friday, you know, on the timestamp on the envelope. So I'm going to send out all the contracts on Friday and then I'm going to give it a couple days to get there. And then on Monday, I'm going to send out a text and I'm going to use 4 variables in this text. It's going to say, "Good Monday morning." Monday being the variable. But why did I pick Monday? Because I'm sending out this text on Monday. So I said, "Good Monday morning, Mr." And then there's another variable, Mr. Smith, Mr. John, Mr. Franklin, whatever. There's a second variable. "Did you receive my contract on," and then there's another variable, 123 Main Street. Well, Mr. Smith, I sent a contract on 123 Main Street. Mr. Johns, I sent a contract on 567 Jones Street. And so far, we got 3 variables and they're all lining up. The 4th variable would be that I sent out on Friday. So, "Good Monday morning, Mr. Smith. I sent out a contract on 123 Jones Street on Friday. Did you get it?" I used 4 variables in that conversation, in that text, to 100 people, and they all feel like they're the only person in the world I sent that text to. That's what's important about the mass texting and making things feel personal. I like to tie my text messages to something that was tangible or something that really happened. And in this case, in this example, I really did send out a contract in the mail and they probably were holding it in their hand or had it somewhere close to them at the time they got my text. That was the magic of it. And so I like to tie my text messages to other tangible things that my prospects can relate to or understand very well. I'd like to thank LiveComm.com for sponsoring our YouTube channel all these months and all these weeks. I really do appreciate it. In respect of that support, I would like to offer to you, the listener, a free PowerPoint presentation about LiveComm, all it can do, all its features, even screenshots on how you get it to do things, so you can see how simple it is, and also some strategies of how I'm using them. We shared a little strategy today, but there's many more strategies, and I'd like to share them with you and see what you think. I know they're going to pay off, so please check out that PowerPoint presentation with LiveComm. All you do is go to 1000houses.com, scroll down the home page there, and you'll see a whole lot of free stuff I'm giving away. But among that free stuff, you will see LiveComm.com PPT or PowerPoint presentation. Click on it, you'll get the PowerPoint, go through it and listen to it and see everything it can do. And it's very affordable, I can promise you. When you get there, you won't believe. It's almost like a non-issue. So check it out. This is Mitch Stephen. I'll see you on the next episode.